going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Darion coming to y'all live with another video. It is the Spotlight Sports Talk. Shout out to all the subscribers that have subscribed to the YouTube page. And this is your first time ever being at our YouTube page. I would suggest that you subscribe and hit that bell button and get the latest news in all Raiders sports. But I am back with another Raiders video, y'all. I am live from Rec Philly. Where is my podcast studio is at? So with that being said, y'all, we are here for another video and we're going to talk about it. It's been a story for months now about Tom Brady and Derek Carr and where they should go. So I am definitely on this topic again. Why the Las Vegas Raiders should keep Derek Carr. Now, I have my own personal reasons why we should keep Derek Carr, and I'm just going to be honest. I have my personal reasons. But at the same time, a lot of Raider fans don't like the fact that they don't want to get rid of Derek Carr because of the potential $60 million deal that Tom Brady is supposed to be getting with us. But I don't see that happening either. And I have to say, Derek Carr is a solid quarterback, and a lot of fans don't like Derek Carr, and a lot of fans want to ship him out. I disagree. I think we should not ship him out, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. Now, with the offseason is in mist, and it's the same topic for years now, has been upon us, being that what should the Raiders do with Derek Carr? So apparently, like I said, the 6-time Super Bowl champion Tom Brady does state that he is on the market and he has a well-promising quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater that's definitely under the radar in the free agency. But you really have to ask yourself, like, would these guys would be an improvement to the quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders? Would that really be an upgrade, in my opinion? But with a 3-win improvement with Derek Carr in the last season as well, before the numbers will state that Derek Carr is a good quarterback. I can say that. If you look at the numbers, he is a good quarterback. And the Raiders fans have poured in doves to demand a change with the Raiders. And the Raiders, there's a lot of Derek Carr haters in the Raider Nation. It's a lot of Derek Carr haters in there at that position. But most of the fans don't like the fact that Derek Carr is 39-55 record as a Raider, and his inability to consistently go deep down the field is like even a question of his toughness, or he's scared to get hit. But you have to look at the big picture, y'all. Y'all have to look at the big picture and see why the dysfunction with the franchise and with Derek Carr. Now, I have to say that Jon Gruden was brought back to us and to resurrect us back in 2018 to help this franchise. Now, he was a former Raiders coach at the time, and he was, late true successful coach, and he used to be with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and then beat us in the Super Bowl. But at the same time, you got to think about it. Jon Gruden do run a West Coast offense, kind of an old school West Coast offense where, there's a lot of short, quick plays, and it's not a lot of deep balls called in that arsenal. It's not. So how can you be mad at Derek Carr when Jon Gruden is calling for short plays? You can't be mad at Derek Carr. I mean, he can change he could change the play at the line, but if he sees that it's open and it might work, Derek Carr is going to go with that play that Jon Gruden calls. So at the end of the day, it's a complete system. Now, Carr did improve, completing 70% of his passes and throwing for 4,054 yards and 21 touchdowns in this past season. But y'all want to get rid of Derek Carr. I don't understand it, Raider Nation. Please explain to me, why do you want to get rid of him? Now, the numbers do indicate that Carr is picking it up, and the Raiders Nation is definitely looking to see otherwise. Now, Rich Gannon is a former quarterback with the Oakland Raiders, now Las Vegas Raiders, who led the Raiders to their last Super Bowl appearance and lost to Gruden to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was just not a system that was tailor-made of his talents, but the 2 wide receivers that he would end up with are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, Jerry Rice and Tim Brown has been there in the age just like Gannon, and it was perfect. It was perfect. The offense was definitely extremely productive, and the Carr did have some notable targets along the way as well. So don't take nothing away from Derek Carr. He did have a lot of notable people as Amari Cooper and a Michael Crabtree. But when it comes to targets with some success, even with having these two, could you really say that Derek Carr had success with elite targets? Can you really say that? So fast forward into the 2019 season, I could really say that Carr is in his 6th season and he's under his 4th head coach, which is John Gruden, in addition of the offseason that he stated that some fireworks at the time that we were supposed to get Antonio Brown, one of the best receivers in the NFL, but them expectations did not work, and the expectations definitely went through the roof when Antonio Brown got there, thinking that Carr was going to get back to that 2016 season. Now, which despite being cut short due to injury, it definitely, helped. It didn't help Carr at all because he couldn't play in that playoff game when he got hurt in 2016, knowing he could have been MVP of the league that year. Now, what we could conclude is one of the strangest sagas in the history of this team is what Antonio Brown. Now, the strange outbursts and the behaviors that he had, what leading him to being cut from the regular season and helping him, be one of Carr's top targets and, helping him out with Tyrell Williams, which we did, acquire when, Tyrell Williams was a Charger last year. Now, who was the 3rd target for the Los Angeles Chargers? Tyrell Williams. When you had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams on the side, he was the 3rd target, and we had a rookie slot receiver in Hunter Renfrow, and we had an unproven tight end in Darren Waller. So with that being said, it was very unproven targets that Carr had going into the 2019 season, and his numbers still put up more than what was solid, and that was 4,054 yards and 21 touchdowns in 2019. Now, those numbers don't mean nothing, and everything does depend on the win column, which he improved 3 games from the previous year. But with learning a new offense every single year, 4 of the 6 years that he was there, you cannot really expect Carr to do better than what he did. Now, knowing that we do have the worst defense in the NFL at the time, how much success can anyone expect Carr to get when he's with the Raiders? Let's just be honest there. I just got to be honest there. So the Las Vegas Raiders is in a new beginning for the Raiders, and we're going to a new town, a new stadium, and not to mention a lot of cap space. Like I said in my last video, we have a lot of cap space and two first round picks, which is one at number 12 and one at 19. So the Raiders are in place to build a serious contender and change the culture as well, which is losing some customarity as well. But whether you agree or not, the Raiders should not move on from Derek Carr. And that's just my personal opinion. You should not move on from him. This is a fact that the chance that he really has to have be familiar with a chance to add some adequate targets, but he is in his prime of his career. He's only 29 years old, and why would the Raiders decide to move on from him, knowing aging the expense quarterback in Tom Brady, who is declining at 43 years old? So Teddy Bridgewater did have some success in New Orleans backing up Drew Brees, but let's be honest here. There's no Michael Thomas receiver in Vegas. It's not. So even if you are Matt Leinart and you got a Michael Thomas on your team, then you're going to be successful because Michael Thomas is just another freak of nature. Now, Derek Carr deserves at least a 2020 NFL season to succeed. Now, I know everyone might despite the wins and what he didn't do or he did not improve or anything of that nature, but Gruden needs to open the playbook a little bit more. It's kind of too simple where you ramming it down Josh Jacobs, ramming him down, and that's why he got hurt by the end of the year. But Gruden needs to be more creative in his offensive arsenal with the type of arm that Derek Carr has. So with the Raiders, they got to go out and get some talent, like in the draft, go out and get Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb, and improve on the defense. The more the defense gets off the field, the more offense is on the field to execute. That's what we have to do. We have to execute a little bit more. But adding Tom Brady, whether it comes to fruition or not, be careful what you wish for, Raider Nation. Be careful what you wish for. And I'm going to be honest, be careful what you wish for. Because remember, Tom Brady was a reason why that we didn't go to the Super Bowl that year with the tuck rule. Now y'all want to embrace him knowing that he's a 6-time Super Bowl champion thanks to us. I don't know. I don't think we should go after Tom Brady. I think we should go at least get a backup quarterback, which Tom Brady's not going to be a backup quarterback. Let's just be honest. He's not going to be a backup quarterback. But at the end of the day, we should go out and get a solid backup quarterback just in case something happens with this quarterback, Derek Carr. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It is the Spotlight Sports Talk, and I'll see y'all in the next video.